Hey guys and girls, Leave Then here, 9th, it's Monday, nothing too much going on. I just got a very interesting letter from a good friend of mine, Susan, who also is a patriot. It's entitled, How Long Do We Have? I'm not sure if anyone has gotten this or seen this yet, but it talks about what's called the Democracy Countdown. This is about the time our original 13 states adopted their new constitution in 1787. Alexander Tyler, a Scottish history professor at the University of Edinburgh, had this to say about the fall of the Athenian Republic some 2,000 years earlier. Democracy is always temporary in nature. It simply cannot exist as a permanent form of government. Democracy will continue to exist up until the time that voters discover they can vote themselves generous gifts from the public treasury. Well, this, my friends, is what we call earmarks. Barack is one of the highest offenders, and consequently John McCain doesn't do them, has never done them. And that's just basically bringing money home from the federal government to the people that voted you in the form of projects or however. But it happens, and it's billions and billions of dollars coming out of you and I's taxes, whether you get it or not. From that moment on, the majority always votes for the candidates who promise the most benefits from the public treasury. Well, this explains why half the Democrats keep getting reelected, and Republicans alike, That's a big reason. It's followed by a dictatorship, which makes sense, because who's going to take over? Somebody with a lot of power and money. The average age of the world's greatest civilizations from the beginning of history has been about 200 years. We all knew this. During those 200 years, those nations always progressed through the following sequence: from bondage to spiritual faith, from spiritual faith to great courage, from courage to liberty, from liberty to abundance. We've done all those. From abundance to complacency. From complacency to apathy. A whole lot of people not giving a shit anymore. From apathy to dependence. Got a whole lot of people in this country dependent on their government, whether it's groceries, whether it's a place to live. It's just an undebated fact. Professor Joseph Olson of Hemline University School of Law, St. Paul, Minnesota, points out some interesting facts concerning the 2000 presidential elections. Now, this is what really I found interesting. Number of states won by Democrats, 19. Republicans, 29. Square miles of land won by Democrats, 580,000. Republicans, 2,427,000. That's land. Population of counties won by Democrats, 127 million. Republicans, 143 million. Murder rate per 100,000 residents in counties won by Democrats, 13.2. Republicans, 2. Check these facts out, people. I can't make this shit up. Professor Olson adds, the map of the territory, Republican won mostly the land owned by the tax-paying citizens of this great county. Democrat territory mostly encompassed those citizens living in government-owned tenements and living off various forms of government welfare. Believes the United States is now somewhere between the complacency and apathy phase of Professor Tyler's definition of democracy, with some 40% of the nation's population already having reached the governmental dependency phase. Holy shit. Congress grants amnesty to citizenship to 20 million criminal invaders called illegals, and they vote, then we can say goodbye to the USA. In other words, we can kiss our asses goodbye. Now, I don't know about the last part. I'm not going to debate the issues on whether illegal aliens come to this country are all bad or not. I don't think they are personally, and I think they do some good jobs. I'm out here in California, and I can tell you no one's going to come mow my lawn if we get rid of everybody doing it currently. I guarantee I'm not going to get a $10 car wash anymore, and I sure as shit ain't going to have my housekeeper anymore for $200 a week. So, but the rest, son of a bitch, that stuff hits home. Hey, anyways, you guys do your research and check it out, and if I'm wrong, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you anyway, though. All right. Peace, everybody.